Hello and welcome to Baking on a Budget. Now this is a very brief video and in it we have this cream cheese recipe. This is how to make your own cream cheese at home. A while ago when I made a cheesecake, there's a link here to that, I used chopped bought cream cheese. But I thought it would be interesting to see if I can make my own, and this would bring the cost of the cream cheese way down. So that's what we're going to do today. Now cream cheese is surprisingly simple to make. We only have 3 ingredients here. And we have them over here. I'll tell you how much of that we have and how much it's going to cost. To begin with, we have 2 litres of full fat milk, and this is £1.45. We have 8 tablespoons of lemon juice, which is about 30 pence. Probably going to use about 3 lemons in that, and we have a pinch of salt. So the total cost of this is £1.75. And what I'm saying is, we'll find this out at the end when we weigh it. We're going to get about 400 grams of beautiful, fresh, homemade cream cheese from that. So let's get to it. What we want to do is get the milk into the pan. This is a fairly large pan. We do want to bring this milk to the boil, and we want some room for that to occur. So we want a pan which can take the full 2 litres and still have a little bit of room to spare. Obviously the recipe can be done with a lesser quantity. You could half this recipe and maybe get 200 grams of cream cheese that way. Okay, so we have the milk on the hob. I'm going to put that on just a sort of medium heat, and we want to bring this to the boil. Now this is going to take a while, there's a lot of milk there, so I'm just going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to keep stirring it and make sure it doesn't boil over or stick to the bottom of the pan. And whilst that's doing that, I'm going to squeeze them lemons and see how much juice we get out of them. Get as much juice out of these as we can, but I think this is normally going to go about 4 tablespoons per litre of milk for this. Now you could use vinegar as well as a substitute, but I think personally that would be a little bit of a stronger taste. So we'll use these lemons and see how it goes. Okay, and with 2 of them, it doesn't look like we've got a lot of juice, but we'll see. We have just over 3 tablespoons there. So I think we'll be in luck. And that is another 1, 2, 3 and a half. That will probably do. Okay, now I think we're nearly there with that. It's certainly steaming and it's just about to start boiling, I would say. I can't remember, did I mention earlier that really you want to use full fat milk for this? Semi-skimmed or skimmed milk isn't going to work as well. The higher the fat content of the milk, the better. That'll help it to separate much better. Now that is coming to the boil. You can see it's just bubbling away there. This is good. This is what we want. Now I'm going to turn that heat all the way off at this point, and I'm going to add just a drop of the lemon juice to that. And we will stir that round. Now, a bit more of the lemon juice, and then we'll put the rest of that in there, and we should start to see this begin to separate. Yes, that's separating out nicely into the curds and the whey. So we'll just stir that a little bit more. Now, with that done, we want to transfer this into a sieve so that we can collect the curds and allow the whey to drain from it. So here I have a sieve over a large bowl, and I'm just going to pour all of that into the sieve. Looking very good. Right, there's quite a bit of the liquid come out of there, so what I'm going to do is transfer that back over to the pan just to drain through for a while. This is going to be very hot. I'm going to leave everything to cool down at this point. Okay, now that's had time to cool down a little, still steaming a little. It's had time to drain. A lot more of the whey has drained out of that. Now again, there's an option here. You could put a piece of cheesecloth in the sieve, and you could squeeze that and try to get more of the whey out of there. I'm saying this is going to be fine. The next thing we're going to do with this is blend it, you see, and we don't want it too thick. Sometimes if it does go too thick, then the remedy is just to add a little bit more of that to it. But right now what we want to do is transfer this into this jug. Now I've zeroed the jug on the scales just so we can at this point see how much of this beautiful cream cheese we have with our 2 litres of milk. And that is That's about 350. You've got about 350 grams out of that. And that will do to make a delicious cheesecake. Okay, now the last thing we want to do with this, I'm going to add a pinch of salt to it, and I'm going to blend it with this hand blender. This could be done in a food processor or a standing blender, but what we want to do is just combine all of that and make it into a lovely smooth cream cheese. That is looking good. And we're going to let this entirely cool at this point. Right, we just want to get all of that off the blender. Okay, so there it is, a bowl of homemade cream cheese. Very simple to make, and as I say, that came out at about 350 grams, and the total cost of the recipe was £1.75. Much cheaper than the shops, freshly made and absolutely beautiful, and that's going to do really well in a chocolate cheesecake. Now, next time it will be that chocolate cheesecake, and I will be making it with this cream cheese. But as I say, this was a very quick video, so I thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, do give it a thumbs up, and if you would like to see more videos like this in the future, not only the cream cheese but also the cheesecakes, do consider subscribing to the channel, and in the meantime, I thank you very much.